Now, what's so amazing about this now is that we get to go into a networking experience. Because when you have all these concepts, we get a lot of push, but it's so amazing to be able to discuss things. And so you're going to get a chance to go out and meet these amazing advisors in these roundtable discussions. And so you can see they're part of our Cloud Circle Network Hub. But in these roundtables that are going to happen next, you will be able to see really there, you'll have 20 minutes at each pass to actually have a conversation that drive impact, access, action, and acceleration. You can talk about things that you heard today. You can ask questions of these advisors about your particular business and how things are going, or where you see things happening in the future. It's an opportunity for you to really to get to know them. And there's just a couple of ground rules that I'd say about this. So you want to take the time to meet everybody at your table first. So the first thing is turn your mic on and your camera on. And if you're sitting alone, be sure to join another table. Double click on an open seat and move over so that you are actually in a conversation with somebody, not just with yourself. And then we're going to have, as I said, 2 rounds of 20 minutes. And also you want to let me know in the chat, like, did you like that amount of time? Was it too short, etc. at the end? But I'd love to bring up a couple of those advisors that you're going to be engaging with to see what do they, what are you hoping to have as an experience? So if any of you that are in that advisor team that are going to be part of those roundtables would be willing to come on stage, just raise your hand and raise, so we'll bring you up here, and then we can get to know what you expect or what you hope for in terms of the kinds of conversations you're going to have. So I'm just going to hold this for a second, this space for you to put your hand up and come up. Don't be shy, because this is a community where we love to just kind of set the stage. So here we go. All right, Laura. Hey, hi.
Hi.
Oh, so glad you're here. You're going to be running one of these roundtables. So when you think about what the experience is and what somebody can get out of it, hey, JJ, and so tell us, what would you like to see as a kind of conversation at your table?
Well, at my table, one of the things I'm really passionate about and is so important right now in the landscape that we're in is emotional intelligence. We kind of know what it is, but what are we doing to grow it? There's so much right now where we've talked about humanity, we've talked about our people, our culture. And so what does that mean? And emotional intelligence is just one way to build your own skills as well as support others. So that's what we're going to be talking about at my table.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And sharing how we all do it too.
All right, fantastic. So JJ, what are you going to talk about at your table?
I might need to be over at her table talking about emotional intelligence. That is so key to my technical leader. But I'm going to be talking about financial leadership, and my intention for everyone that comes to the table is to learn about financial leadership and be able to win with money in their personal life and their business life, the same way I went from being $845,000 in debt to being fully retired, work when I want to work. And supporting.
Oh my God, I love you so much. I'm coming to your table for sure. There is no doubt about that. I love that. You're incredible. Thank you so much. All right, Pruitt, how about you? What are you going to talk about?
Yeah, well, I can't compete with JJ's retiring early, but what I can do is talk to people about purpose-driven leadership, right? Yeah. And how do we tap into our passions, those gifts, and have this alignment so that, we can have that joy in what we do every day, right? That was part of what was discussed in some of the earlier sessions. Work is no longer just work, right? Our lives and work are integrated together. And man, we need to enjoy it. We need to have fun. So yeah, leading with purpose.
Yeah. All right. That's fantastic. Thank all of you for coming up here. Thanks so much. Yeah. So here's what you do, look at the topics that are there, find a table and meet with the advisors. So on floor 1, we have financial leadership, and Rais is going to put the slide up for us. Financial leadership is on floor 1. Floor 2 is trusted partnership development. Floor 3 is inclusivity and sustainability. Floor 4 is purpose-driven leadership. Floor 5 is emotional intelligence. And floor 6 is storytelling in business. Now, so show us how the Remo works, if you would, Raisa, so people know how do they get to the floor, et cetera.
Absolutely. I'm happy to. Thank you for setting up, Patty, and thanks so much to the advisors that were brave to come on. So right now, I'm going to play a quick video so you're comfortable and understand how to navigate in the lounge. Yeah. It's very, very easy. So I'm going to bring that video up, then I'll come back and we'll make sure you're all ready and prepared before we go into the lounge. Okay.
Hi there, and welcome to Remo.
Fantastic. All right, that's so great. Okay, Raisa, you're going to come back here just for a second and just walk us through anything else.
Absolutely. Thank you, Patty. So as Patty mentioned, oops, see, my screen is looking a little funny. Let me just fix that. So as Patty mentioned, we have the floor plan clearly identified. I know Faranda's going to put the list in the chat so you can see specifically where you can find different advisors or different topics. And sorry, let me just fix that for you. So here, again, you can see that list as a reminder. And as Paul mentioned in the video, there is an elevator on the side so you can navigate to the different floors. I mentioned earlier in today's session before we started is that there's a little locator icon where you can click that to actually see where you are. So you click on that and it'll show you where you are on this big grand floor plan. Yes. And also you want to, any of the leaders that you meet today, you can request warm introductions to them and use the platform Get Introduced by visiting intro.womenincloud.com. So that's an opportunity for you to even continue that conversation afterwards. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to have 2 rounds of 20 minutes each. I'm going to take you out into the lounge so you can go ahead and meet with those advisors and have some great conversations. Okay, so we'll see you in the lounge.
Everybody, hey, here we are and we're back. I love it. So I'm sure that networking experience was amazing. I don't know what floor you went to, but I can't wait to hear. So if you would, just start by putting a few things in the chat about what that experience was like. Okay, good. Fun times, so much fun. What was your big takeaway? That was amazing. Love my table. Oh, that's so great. I would love to hear from someone who was really too short. Thank you. Great to meet new people. I would love to hear from someone who was a participant, not one of the advisors, but someone who was just participating, who would be willing to share, what was amazing about it, or what was your big takeaway from the table you were at. So if you would love to come up here on stage, put your hand up, and then Raisa will find you, and then we'll just pull you up here, just briefly share just a couple of things. Like Nicole, you might want to do that, put your hand up, or anyone else, put your hand up. Erica, someone put your hand up so that do we have any hands up yet? I don't see anybody on stage. So I love that. Floor 2 was great. You had a great conversation with Amanda, Vince, and Sanal. All right. So if I want to see somebody, oh, good. All right. Chrissy. Hi, Chrissy.
Hello.
What
I'm
part
Chrissy.
of the world are you dialing in from?
I am right outside of Minneapolis in Wisconsin, and I'm here with the ODGO group. Hello, everybody.
All right. Fantastic. What was your takeaway?
My takeaway was we talked about purpose-driven leadership, and we talked about being able to serve ourselves in the morning first before we're able to give to our team, and making sure that our buckets are filled before we fill the buckets of others, and really ensuring that the relationships we're building, not only with ourselves and our clients, are intentional, but also with our team.
Don't you love that? Listen to the conversation you're having, right? That we're talking about now. That really is all about how the workplace has changed, don't you think? That's fantastic. I love that. Thank you so much. All right,
Thanks,
Nancy. I love it. Nancy.
Hi, I'm Nancy Cruz from Las Vegas. I'm the Director of Strategy at Revolution Engineering, and I was in Laura's emotional intelligence table on the 5th floor. And what I loved about it was just the transparency and conversation, but also some of just like the factual information. Like I didn't realize that the term emotional intelligence didn't enter the landscape till 1995. And just that, you know, was one of the women, Becky, had mentioned there are over 3,000 words to describe different emotions, and usually we stick to 3: mad, sad, and happy. So it was awesome to talk very practically on how I can expand my language, give that to my team, and hopefully bridge some of the gaps we've been having on the emotional intelligence side, especially with engineers. So it was awesome.
That's fantastic. Okay, great. Sorry. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on, but Raisa, will you come up here for a sec? Tell us about the Get Connected app.
Absolutely. Okay, Patty, you go get a drink of water. We want you all to be able to get introduced to these leaders that you're meeting. Don't forget that even after the summit, right now during the summit and beyond, you can go into intro.womenincloud.com and learn more about the advisors that we have as a part of our Cloud Leader Circle. So what this is a group of leaders that have raised their hands to create economic access for the women and the community in tech. And the Get Introduced platform facilitates those warm introductions with a double opt-in feature. And you'll notice just here that you can, there's a full list of leaders that are on the site. You can search and filter based on whatever you're looking for. So for example, you can search for sectors like B2B or industries like financial services, and see very clearly what it is that you can ask that particular person about. And even those of you that are on the Cloud Leader Circle already, you can also request warm introductions to other leaders. So this is a really, really valuable tool. And over the past year, we have made in Women in Cloud over 2,500 warm introductions have been facilitated this way. And it's much more valuable than just going through LinkedIn, because we pre-assess to make sure that the asks are clear and actionable, so that when you do connect, that it's a very a strong outcome conversation for that moment in time advisory connection. So again, we really want to encourage you to take advantage. Go to intro.womenincloud.com so that you can learn more and get connected, get introduced today.
All right. Okay, well, let's send them back into the breakout so you can go to another table, another floor, and you can see that we have a whole bunch of different topics. And is that our topic slide there? Let's see if we can get our topic slide up there. But if not, you know that you can find the topic as soon as you go to the room. It will say, there we go. There's our topics. And so have an opportunity to go to a different table. And remember, if there's no one at the table that you're at and you're an advisor, move to another table and join the conversation with other people. And we'll give you another 20 minutes, give you plenty of time. Okay, let's go. Yay. Hello. Did you have a fantastic experience in those breakouts? I see some hand clapping going on. I love it. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's fantastic. Stacy, yes, yes, yes. Oh, I love it. So I want to hear a little bit about your experience. What was it that was your big takeaway from being out there and talking at this next table? Because, you know, the first table is all around the warm up. The second time you go out, you know how to do it. And so it's much easier. So anybody who wants to raise their hand and come up and just tell us a little about what your experience was, we'd love to hear that. Trust and partnership. That's nice, Amma. Oh, good. Share your key takeaways. Come on. Trust and partnership. Nice to meet Julia. Anybody want to come up and share? Come up on the stage just for a second. This is a great way for people to meet you, get to know you. and also share and give gratitude for those, those cloud leaders that helped you and did a little coaching. So many amazing conversations. Oh, good. Come on. Anybody that wants to come up, even if you were an advisor, just come on up here. Just raise your hand. I'd love to hear what you talked about at your table group. Hand raising. Raise your hand so that for Reyes can find you. And then I don't see anybody coming up yet. All right. Well, then I just want anybody else going to come follow your part, plan accordingly, impact lives. All right. I heard someone. I'm hoping someone will come up to share. Here you are. Akeela, how are you?
I am terrific. Yourself?
Fantastic.
But I have to say, you do look fantastic.
Thank you so much. And so tell me, what happened in your group?
Well, we were a small group, but we had a great conversation about the elements of building a trusted partnership.
Oh, fantastic. And any takeaways from that?
Well, that when you are looking at partnerships, you look for what you don't want as well as what you do want.
Oh, I love that. Look for what you don't want as well as what you do want. Thank you very much. Thank you. How about you, Annabelle?
Yes, hi. I was in the storytelling table.
Oh, cool.
Which was amazing with Melina and Sri and Elaine and Carmen. We had a great time really talking about how as leaders, we can share a story and really connect with our audience, with our teams, and really build that human connection that stats and reports just doesn't cut.
Yeah, it's so true. I was thinking about just yesterday, someone was talking about the storytelling element in terms of bridging the gap in the inequity, right, that we're seeing DE&I, how if you get to know someone's story, then you really make a deeper connection. And I think that it makes information land too. Don't you agree? Yeah,
absolutely. Because there's an emotion. Yes. And you will always remember that, right? Because we remember how people make us feel, not just about what they share, not just their knowledge.
The facts don't stick with us, right? We only remember, 1 in 3 things. So just remember that when you're doing that. Okay. Well, thank you for coming up here and sharing. Oh, that was so great. I'm glad that everyone had a fantastic networking experience.